everyone, I'm Heba and welcome back. Today I thought I might do a get ready with me with some of my favorite products for April. And when I say some, I do have a lot of eyeshadow palettes. I'm just going to focus on one, and I do have a couple of foundations and I'm just going to focus on one. But I'll also show you those too. So yeah, I just wanted to do a fun favorites get ready with me. Now excuse how I look. The humidity here is through the roof and I can feel my hair just already growing. Anywho, let's go ahead and start, and let me go ahead and prime my eyes. I already got my eyes primed with the Hourglass eyeshadow primer, and let's start with eyeshadows. I just did a video of all my SUQQU eyeshadows, and those are my favorites. Most of those are my favorites. In that video, I'll link it down below if you want to check that out. In that video, I did say that 04, the signature color eyes, was my least favorite. Was one of my least favorites. But this one, the signature color eyes in 01, that one's one of my favorites. Just a beautiful, cool tone palette with all these pretty taupes, but this is not what I'm going to use today. And the 05. This one is one of my favorites. I just love this red shade and this taupey shade. A lot of taupes in these palettes. The signature color eyes in 01 and 05. Those are my favorites. And then you have 02 and 03 and then 06. And in the designing color eyes, you have that one, and also in 01. It's a beautiful one. This is the designing color eyes in 01. Yeah, that is just a beautiful, beautiful palette. Color story there. So again, I'll link that video down below for you guys if you want to check that out. But the eyeshadow palette that I'm going to use is this one by Burberry. As you can see, it has a signature Burberry plaid there on the cover. And you open it up, it comes with 9 shades, a collection of mattes, shimmers, and metallics, and a nice mirror. Unfortunately, this one is sold out, and I'm hoping that they will restock. And this is the first time I've tried a Burberry beauty product, and I really do like it. And you know what I really do like? I like the grooves that are in the pans. I don't know if you can see the grooves there. But let's go ahead and start with this matte shade. I believe it's called Beige. Yes, it's just called Beige. Going in with the reference number 27, and let's just go ahead and tap that in and apply this in my crease. And when I first tried this palette, I thought it'd be a little bit too cool, too, I guess, ashy on me, but I was quite surprised with it. And the shadow is very smooth on my lids. Now I'm going in with a smaller reference brush. I believe it's the number 14. Yes, number 14. And going in with this other matte shade, Brown, and placing that in the outer corner. And also in my crease. Why not? And these are very buildable, very blendable. And I just like how they're not drying on my lids. It's not showing any dryness with it, which is quite nice. Now I want to use this shade Vermilion Red, and this is a metallic shade, and actually that's a pretty color. So I'm going to place that one on my lids there. It does have like a shift to it. I'm going to bring that all the way into the inner corner. Why not? Just for kicks, I'm going to go in with this burgundy shade. This is a shimmer, and place that kind of like in the center going out with the shade. Now going in with the number 13 reference, I'm going to go in with this shimmer shade. It's dark brown, and kind of build out the outer corner to give me some more dimension there. Now this one does have some shimmer to it, but it's not emphasizing my texture, which is very much appreciative there. I'm going in with the first brush and the first shade, Beige, and just kind of blend everything out there in my crease. Now this gold shade, it's very pigmented. Look at that. Ooh. Yeah, I have a feeling if I put it on my lids, it's going to kind of mess up the whole look. Let me swatch this for you. I mean, that... Ooh. Probably should have used this shade on my lid. Let me clean underneath my lids. Now there wasn't any fallout, that's just from my fingers. You know, I just had an idea. Let me try putting that gold shade. Let me get a small brush here. This is the Wayne Goss number 7, and I'm just gonna go in with the gold shade and place that in the inner corner. Let's just have some fun. Ooh. That made it like a sunburst. Okay. Yeah, let's keep going. Ooh, I like that color combo. So instead of the inner corner, let me just go in a little bit more inside my lid there. Kind of gives it a nice gradient effect there. Ooh, I like that look. Okay, I'm glad I decided to do this. That that made it look like beautiful sunset. I mean, that was a nice little addition there in the inner corner because it doesn't look gold. You know, I do like adding that gold shade in the inner corner. That's very pretty. Now I'm using the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. This one really does blur my pores. Now I do have a new primer. This is by SUQQU and it's the Smooth Cover Primer. You do have to shake it up really good. It's the type that you squeeze the product out, and with this product, a little, and I mean a little, goes a long way. I mean, just this much. Because I have to admit that with my skin tone, the first time I used it, I used a little bit more than this. It made my face look a little ashy white. So with this one, I place it here, around my mouth, and just kind of blend it up. So even then, just a little bit, it does change the color, but not a lot. And let me tell you, it does smooth out my pores there. I mean, really, you do not need a lot. No, not with this primer, but it really does blur my pores. And also when I used it the first time, when I applied a lot of it, it did kind of sink in my pores. I wasn't quite happy with that, but then I realized I just needed to use a little bit. A little does go a long way with this primer. Oh, and I forgot to mention that the primer does have an SPF of 30. Next, I was quite surprised that I like this product. It's the concealer by SUQQU, because my all-time favorite is the one by Clé de Peau, the stick foundation and the one that clicks, the clicker. That one is the one I use whenever I want a nice flawless look, or as much flawless as I can get on me. But the Intense Cover Concealer in shades 12 and 15, really quite impressed with these. Not very drying, not cakey, and it doesn't crease. Now the concealer only has 7 shades, and I'll put the shade chart up on the screen. And the ones that I have is 12 and 15. And I like how they did this because they give you the correlation of the concealer shade with the foundation shade. And how I like to use this, I like to put the lighter one first. And I don't know if you've been seeing this on Instagram or YouTube, where they're just applying the concealer in the inner corner and the outer corner. You remember the big rage was to do that V, but let's do that. Let's put the lighter shade in the inner corner and the outer corner. Let's use this new trend here, and then the darker shade number 15, I'll put that in the center. Now that's just my own added flair to it. And then getting a dampened beauty sponge and just spread that out. And this does spread very nicely. It's not drying, it's not cakey. On their website, it does say that this formula melts into a smooth layer and stays put without creasing or breaking apart. It's infused with the original blend of silky powder, or a finish that affords a delicate spun silk glow. And this does have a little bit of, I would say, more of a brightening effect to it. And this concealer costs $42.50. And forgot to mention the primer costs $53. Now let's move into the foundation, and I have 2 favorites, and they're both by SUQQU. Recently did a video on the cream foundation. That's not what I'm going to use today. Here is the cream foundation, still in their little plastic case here. This one is 030 and this is 040. Again, I'll link that video down below for you guys if you want to check it out. But in this video, I want to focus more on the cream foundation. I was going to do a dedicated video on this foundation, but I thought, you know, I'm doing a lot of SUQQU products, a lot of SUQQU videos. Didn't want to overburden you guys with this, so I thought I might do it in my Get Ready With Me favorites video. Now this cream foundation, you get 1 ounce in here and it costs $80. The one thing that I do not like about it is that it does come in a jar. There's no pump, so it does get messy. Just comes like that. You pull out this little cover, and yeah, it just does get a little messy. And that is the cream foundation right there. I did pick it up in 2 shades, 035, I believe, and 040. Let me make sure that's 035. Because the Glow Powder Foundation is 030 and 040. Let me make sure about the cream foundation. Yeah, the cream foundation I have is in 035 and 040. We're going to use 040 today, because that is a little bit more my skin tone right now. Let me show you the swatches of all 4 together. So how I did the swatches is I put them by shades. So the first one on the left is the cream foundation in the shade 035. The next one is the Glow Powder Foundation in the shade 030. Then the third one in, that's the cream foundation in 040. That's the one I'm going to use today. And the last one is the Glow Powder Foundation in also 040. And you can see that the cream foundation is a little bit more creamier than the powder foundation, because it is a powder foundation. Now I have tried this cream foundation several times and I really do like it. The key is, just like with the primer, you just need a little bit. It does come with a spatula, and how I do it is just probably that much. And then I'll dot that on my skin. And another favorite is this foundation brush by SUQQU. This spreads the foundation very evenly, very quickly. Let me show you. And there you go. Now the cream foundation gives you a glow that shifts and changes with time. Feels smooth to the touch, becoming one with the skin and giving the skin a melted-in natural glow. It contains 13 plant-based ingredients made in Japan. Unfortunately, there are only 12 shades in this foundation, with 3 different undertones: pink beige, beige, and yellow beige. And of course, the 2 that I have are in the yellow beige. And I think 040 is the perfect shade for me now. And it does have a little bit of a glow there. But I did hear that they will be making more shades in this foundation, which is great because this is a wonderful foundation. Now I'm looking on their website and this foundation does have an SPF, but it's different for the different shades. So for 040, that one has an SPF of 25, whereas 035 has an SPF of 20. I do have combo oily skin and this doesn't show any oils coming through, doesn't show my texture, it just smooths it out and melts into my skin. Doesn't even sink into my pores there. This and the Glow Powder Foundation, really do love these 2 foundations. And I've been trying a lot of foundations and I have a couple more to go. And I have a lot of foundations that I love. I have the one by Chanel, the one by Guerlain, the 2 by SUQQU, and I just picked up the one by Clé de Peau. I believe it's the matte foundation. No, not the matte foundation, the natural foundation. Now I'm going to let the foundation kind of set. So I'm going to go do my brows, eyeliner, mascara, and do my hair and come back and finish with the rest of the product. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back, and when I woke up this morning, I knew my hair was not going to cooperate today because of the humidity. But anywho, let me tell you what I used for my eyes. Nothing new, except for one product. But for my brows, I used the Benefit Precisely My Brow in the shade number 4, and the brow gel, the brow mascara by SUQQU, and I believe this is in the shade, oh gosh, 01. And the Tom Ford eyeliner pen. And of course, my favorite eyeliner pencil by Essence. Like I said many times before, this is $3. Stays in my waterline without moving. Now for the mascara, I did buy the new one by Sisley Paris. I believe it's the So Stretch mascara. It's okay. I don't think it's worth the $72 price tag. Yes, I know. For that price, I prefer the one by Chantecaille. I believe it's the Faux Cils mascara. That one's a lot better mascara for the price. But I'm glad I got to try it, but it's one of my not favorites in this video. So I did layer my mascara over the Sisley Paris, and of course these are my all-time favorites. Lancome Mr. Big, and the one by Uma Beauty, I believe it's the Extreme Mascara, Extreme Nourishing Mascara. So yeah, I had to layer these 2 on top of the Sisley Paris mascara. Now let's go in with the bronzer, and this one is by Gucci. In my haul video, in my luxury try-on video, I did get this one, but it was in the shade 5, and it was a little too dark. So I exchanged it for shade number 4, and this one I think is a lot better shade for me. Now it does come with a little tab that you lift up, and it does come with a brush, which I'm not going to use. I prefer my own bronzing brush. And I didn't know this, but this is a refillable bronzer. It's got the little hole, pinhole there. So let's go in with my Sonia G brush. I can never pronounce this brush. Innoshine, I believe that's the name of this brush. It looks like a calligraphy pencil or a pen. Let's go ahead and bronze me up. That's a pretty bronzer. So here you go. This is the bronze side, and this is non-bronzed side. And the powder just, I don't know, there's just something about the Gucci powders, this one and the face powder that I'm going to show you next, it just lays very nicely on my skin. I don't know. Because I don't think of Gucci makeup, I think of Gucci purses and shoes. Now this one does cost $62, but off the Suffrage's website, it cost $55 there. I mean, boy, that really bronzed me up there a little bit, didn't it? So again, this is a shade 4 tan, and I just love the packaging there. I mean, it just looks very elegant. Now, it pains me to say this for the blush, but this one by Sisley Paris is my favorite. Now, the reason why I'm doing that is because of the price. This blush by Sisley Paris is $115. Now, I did get it on sale. It was 20% off, but still, that is a little pricey for this blush. But let me tell you, This is a beautiful blush. I mean, look at the texture here. And I'm going to read off the website here. The 3 soft, pearly, light diffusing nuances bring radiance to the skin. And I don't know if you can see the specks there. It has gold, kind of like a peachy shade there too. Just beautiful. Now, it does say that this formula is enriched with white lily to add comfort and softness to the skin. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I love this blush. I love this blush. And this is in the shade 1, I believe, Orchid. Hope you can see that there. I'm looking into getting the other 2 blushes whenever they're on sale. Because this, I don't know, there's just something about it that's just real pretty. I mean, that's just beautiful. And just lays very nice. And it just has a touch of shimmer. To where if you don't want to use a highlighter, it just kind of highlights your face. At least that's what it does to mine. But that is a beautiful blush. My goodness. All right, yeah. So yeah, you can see that it does give me a little bit of a glow there. Now I would say that this is worth the price, but the mascara, not worth the price. That's just my opinion. Now let's move on to the powder, and this one is by Gucci. Another beautiful packaging. I mean, that just looks very elegant. Same way you open it up, and it also has a little tab where you lift that up, and it comes with a little powder buff, and this one's also refillable. Now this one does cost $62, and from Suffrages also costs $55 there. This one's in the shade 05, and I want to say that there's 10 shades, whereas the bronzer there were 5 shades. Oh no, there are more than 10 shades. Let's see here. You got 5, 10, 15, 17 shades with this powder. So the shade that I have is 05, and this is a medium beige with a neutral undertone. And it smells good. It doesn't have a very strong scent. This powder has a combination of micro-reflecting powders and a soft focused pigments spread smoothly on the skin, creating an even, luminous complexion. And it does. It just melts into the skin. It doesn't look powdery at all. I mean, I could just keep piling it on and there's no cakiness to it. Yeah, you saw how much I put on and it doesn't look cakey at all. The foundation, the bronzer, the blush, the powder, the concealer. Of course, the foundation is I would say a medium coverage foundation because you can still see my spots there and right there. All right, now let's go for lipstick, and I'm going to line my lips with my favorite KKW in the shade 2. Because the lipstick that I'm going to put on, it's also by SUQQU, and it's the Glow Fog liquid lipstick. And it's in a beige color, so that's why I wanted to line my lips. And it is like a beigey nude, I would say. There is 08. There's another shade that I like. I believe it's 04. I was debating which one I should put on. Probably should have put this one on. There is 04. So what I like about the Glow liquid lipsticks by SUQQU is that it's not drying. It doesn't dry down and it has a nice slip to it to where it's not sticky. You know what? Let me put 04 over this just for fun. Because now you can see what 08 looks like with this look. Now let me put 04 so I don't mess it up. Now this one does have a little bit more color to it than 08. I think this color works too with this look. Yeah, I'll keep this one on. Now this lip gloss by Tom Ford, not my favorite. I did use this in the luxury try-on video, and yeah, it was just sinking in my lines, and plus it has not a very good taste to it. So yeah, this one and the mascara are my fails. But let me swatch this lip gloss for you. That is what it looks like. Now it does look gold in the little bottle here, but when you apply it, it's like a clear and then it changes color to almost like a peach clear gloss. Just for kicks, let me go ahead and apply it over the liquid lipstick. It does bring a little bit of a gold to it, but still don't like the taste of it now. Alright you guys, I hope you enjoyed this get ready with me using my favorite products. And the eyeshadow, it is a beautiful palette. I love this look. It does look like a sunset. And the metallic shades, it's very smooth, but yet gives you that shimmer. And the products by SUQQU, the concealer, the primer, and the foundation. Love this foundation. Thought about doing a dedicated video to this foundation, but I thought this way would be different. I like trying to do different things. But the foundation, it just lays very nicely on my skin. Doesn't look like foundation. It looks like my skin. Doesn't settle in any pores. Doesn't highlight my texture. Just kind of smooths it out. And the color is very nice too. And the Glow Powder Foundation, also another beautiful foundation. Now the powder and bronzer by Gucci, it's another beautiful product. I mean, this first time I've tried anything from Burberry and Gucci. Really impressed with those products. And then this one by Sisley Paris, this blush. I mean, I can't get over this blush. It's beautiful. This one by Sisley Paris, another beautiful product. And I know it's expensive. I know. And I did get it on sale. I did get it on sale. And the two fails, the mascara and this lip gloss by Tom Ford. I always want to say his name like that, Tom Ford. That's, oh no. And the liquid lipstick by SUQQU. This is the glow one. And the brush for the foundation. I mean, this just spreads out the foundation very quickly, very evenly. Now, I haven't used this for any other foundation yet. Just wanted to see how it works with the cream foundation. So maybe I will, but so far, this and the cream foundation, they just work magic together. All right, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this Get Ready With Me with my favorite products for April. And there was a couple of not so favorites. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this. And you all have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.